Good evening. My name is Lauren Sasso. I have come to you tonight to discuss my creativity proposal. To give you a brief summary, the teachers at Whitebirch Elementary believe their students are lacking creativity and independent thinking. Based on this want from our faculty, I have put together a group of teachers who believe that we can upgrade our current curriculum in this way. The teacher team and I feel that by incorporating the 16 habits of mind, mindsets, and the 12 brain and mind principles into our curriculum, that we will be able to produce a more creative environment for our students to learn in. What are these methods? All three of these are tested theories. The 16 habits of mind shows students how to learn from a different viewpoint. The book Mindsets by Carol Dweck discusses how you have a positive or negative mindset. Your mindset affects the way you learn and grow. And finally, the 12 brain and mind principles breaks down the learning process. For teachers, it shows the levels of depth you can bring to your students' learning, and it expands the knowledge the student has learned, expands the knowledge the students already learned, and allows them to take that knowledge and grow it throughout other areas of education and the world, giving them real life, allowing them in the final step to connect what's learned to the real world. We want creativity because creativity drives the world. By providing them with the time to think independently, we give them the opportunity to go grit. We want them to have a growth and positive mindset and grit. Angela Lee Duckworth discusses these ideas in a TED Talk called The Key to Success, Grit. She references how Carol Dweck shows that students learning about how the brain changes and grows when faced with a challenge, and these students trended in learning, and they truly believe that while watching this process, that failure is not a permanent condition. You can always grow and change. We are not looking to add creativity to our curriculum solely to add more project-based learning. We are looking to incorporate ideals for our students to understand more about how each other learns and why learning is so important. You still may be thinking, why should I care if our students are being creative or thinking independently? Or you may also be thinking, if my child is learning what the curriculum requires, why does creativity matter? Like I said earlier, creativity drives the world. We grow new technology every day, new methods of learning, new methods of building and cleaning the world. If we would like to improve our learnings, if we would like to improve the way we live in the world, having our students be creative is the best way we can continue that. Our general fear as teachers is that we're losing our students in the classroom due to lack of interest. Our students need to learn so much in their current curriculum that they're not able to break down a specific portion of a topic that may take them even deeper into the curriculum than we could think to provide them. So we want to provide our students with the abilities for more natural learning opportunities and to think outside the box. However, we are afraid to end up with students who feel alienated because we're sticking so structurally to our curriculum. In a study by Michael Fullen, where he worked in the Ontario schools, he determined that 30% of our students felt positive about school, and 70% fell under the alienation theme, as he called it. One high school student stated, "I know that school is important to me and that I need it to get anywhere in life, but I'm beginning to realize that this reason is not good enough. I do not enjoy school at this point. This is the last place I want to be, and if I wasn't so shy, I imagine I could express these feelings to a teacher, but I've never spoken to one, not even for extra help." This quote stuck with me. A high school student who's not connected to her learning environment, not even to her teachers, and no one's noticed that until this study was brought about. My next thought was, how do these feelings occur in a student? Can it be prevented? So, by providing our students with creative learning environments, can we keep them more connected? Was my next question. So, when I dove deeper into research on creative thinking, I personally determined that students have the ability, when they're given the ability to create and be independent and think independently, or even work in groups where their independent thinking bounces off each other, they are more likely to be connected to their learning. Now the reason I'm here. I've got you thinking about thinking. How can we help our students do the same? The goal of the action plan, which you have in front of you, is to better prepare teachers for a more positive learning environment. We're looking for resources such as books and the opportunities for more collaboration and professional development that would help our teachers understand the natural learning process and how to blend the habits of mind into our curriculum. The teacher team has agreed that professional development in group-centered learning would be the best for this process, based on a quote brought to our attention by a member. The quote reads, when teachers do get help, the most effective source tends to be fellow teachers. The second, administrators and specialists. Such help is not frequent and is used on a highly selective basis. As teachers, we feel we're constantly collaborating for scheduling, center rotations, etc. However, since this quote was brought to our attention, we noticed that maybe some of our teachers do work more by themselves, do more solo work. And we often feel, and more often than not, they are following the same curriculum, but they have a slightly different way of teaching, so they keep it to themselves because it may be judged, or they're not sure if it's good enough, so they don't know how to add a new way into their teaching. So by providing this professional development that allows for collaboration, will go a long way in improving the curriculum and the environment for our students to learn in. This process will not only be improving how our students learn and think, but we will also be increasing positive teacher communication, and we will provide a more positive faculty environment. Making improvements. How can we make improvements? How easy is it to incorporate? And how will this affect the teachers and students? The principles and the methods that we'll be providing to the teachers are designed from a natural learning process. With the current curriculum, they will, as far as we know, easily blend, and we will allow the teachers to have time to slowly incorporate these ideas to help the students build upon them in their education and grow them through the curriculum. The action plan provides the teachers with a timeline for implementation and the resources to incorporate so that they can provide feedback and we can determine how they're doing. As you can see from the action plan in front of you, we're looking to provide surveys for background knowledge. We want to know how the students feel about their learning environment, how the teachers feel they create their learning environments, or what the teachers think their learning environment is. We're going to compare that to the students. So we're collecting a lot of data to determine, are the students and the teachers on the same page? Do they both feel that it's a stagnant learning environment? Do the teachers feel they're being super innovative and the students think that their innovation is out of date? So we're looking to concrete where exactly these, do we need more technology? Do we need more of these things to help build our program? By having this background knowledge, we'll be able to move forward and incorporate these new things that we feel will provide more creativity. For the teachers, we'll then be able to provide them with more appropriate training. So we will, by you helping us today, we'll be able to have them we'll provide them resources, the books they need, the 12 habits of mind, the 16 habits of mind, the 12 brain and mind principles, and mindsets. We'll get the teachers to dive into these theories and learning processes to see how we can improve the school overall. Then starting the new school year with a professional development series that goes along with what they've now dove into from here on out, and how it will provide them with a better environment. By providing this to our teachers, we're able to create a more positive learning environment. And that is the main goal, is positive learning environments equal creative thinking. The teachers are currently using and adapting a curriculum that is new, but it's closer to new than it is old. However, the content and the time frame are so structured and only allow a certain amount of time. It doesn't allow as much creativity as we would like it to. We feel that when we have added this curriculum, we have seen a major drop in creativity and thinking since it's begun. So we're hoping that we can integrate this program in the best way we can to provide more creative and independent thinking and allow our students to learn even more than the curriculum may be providing them. And as Albert Einstein said, creativity is intelligence having fun. Thank you very much for your time.